What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 5-Minute Rants. So today, guys, I want to talk about reliability. And before I go ahead and just jump into the nitty-gritty of that, I'm going to talk about mine and Andrew's journey and how when we first began, we hated that word, unbeknownst to us. And we are actually driven by a different emotion, and we did not know it at the time. And then I'm going to talk about why reliability is so important, just in general in life, as a principle, okay? So going to the beginning of our journey, when Andrew and I first started, we began looking and researching about a lot of different companies. We researched and looked at Apple. We did a lot of investigative work of just about how other companies ran. We did not have a ton of experience in corporate at all, neither one of us. We did not really know the inner workings of how a company ran. And so we are in a research phase. However, that also got us into this enamored phase. And I think there are two reasons for that. One is because when Andrew and I first started it, to me, this is like, oh, cool. This is an adventure. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how soon we're going to make money, but it is risky. And I'm excited by this. And apparently much later on in my life, I realized, oh, I'm a risk taker. Not knowing that, because I'm like, oh, this is completely normal. Like, we just do stuff and we ship it and it somehow turns out all right. And learning much later on in life that that's not normal. So anyways, the second thing that really drove us a lot was excitement, because when we started the company, we began like building all this stuff. And Andrew has a great term for it. He says, we worked on trains. We built trains. We built trains to move down the line, to do all this stuff. And then when we got bored halfway through the train building process, we would start a new one. It's so true. And I drove a lot of this. Andrew, I drove a lot of, hey, let's build new trains. And there's a whole nother side we can talk to about it later as well. But when we started doing that, a lot of it was out of excitement. And what happened along the way is we learned the hard lesson of how inconsistency really hurt us. Because when people partner with you for clients, when people partner with you as teammates, when people partner with you in life, one of the number one things they're looking for is reliability. Are you reliable? Are you consistent? And everybody in the business world seems to talk about discipline and showing up and doing the same thing. And that's true. Discipline is very important. But what people are trying to get at is what discipline produces, which is consistency, AKA reliability. And so people talk about discipline, and what they really mean is you need to produce reliability in your life, and it needs to be one of your core principles. The reason for that is, whether you're in a service-based business or product-based business, people look for reliability. They want to know that they're buying the same thing. That's what makes Starbucks, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and other franchises absolutely amazing. Go to any of them, you get the same thing. The same thing happens in relationships, in work, with team members. They want to know you're going to be reliable to do your task and do your work and pull your fair share. The other thing is, when you're in leadership, people want to know that you're reliable, that you reliably make good decisions, you have good processing, and you have good assessment and leadership skills, and you're consistent in those things. So consistency is huge. Reliability is huge. Now, here's the thing about reliability that we learned much later on. It's boring. And it is very unattractive. Most people, for whatever reason, and I was one of them, we want to be super flashy. We want to have fun. We want to build the next new thing, and we get bored. And boredom is one of the number one reasons for killing consistency in your life and reliability is boredom. And that is why I brought up mine and Andrew's story where we started. Oh, let's just build this. Let's build that. Okay, cool. And there was a lot of purpose and vision behind things, but we also did a lot of things we shouldn't have because of boredom. And it's interesting because looking at my life, and I think I'm pretty normal in a lot of ways, looking at my life, I realized how boredom has killed a lot of moments in my life with consistency and with discipline. And it's interesting because some of the best businesses to own are the boring ones and the ones that are super reliable, both for the customer, because there's reliable outcomes for the customer, and for the owner, whoever owns it, because there's reliable revenue. And that's what makes recurring revenue, if you're in business or think about business, recurring revenue, that's what makes it amazing, because it's reliable. Anyways, guys, hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.